to Antoine at the press conference on Wednesday that the performance was as important to you in a way as the outcome. Two things. Are you happy with the performance? And do you really, not necessarily the outcome, but are you happy with your performance this time? And do you not realise that at home, and this is all of us that have had messages from people at home, people were off their seats with respect, screaming you on to knock Oleksandr Usyk out from the 8th round onwards?
I'm not, when you lose, you're not ultimately happy. It's just upsetting. I really wanted to win, and I wanted to win for Great Britain because I know how much they wanted me to fight Tyson Fury. So I wasn't just fighting for myself, I was fighting for like the whole nation. So I was so upset. So I'm not so happy with the performance because I didn't win. And I appreciate everyone who was watching at home, fighting here. Like, I'm a fighter and I'm not a normal person. Like, even though I try and said hold it together, to be a fighter is like a real different mindset and lifestyle that you have to embody, especially to try and be a good fighter. So I just said warm, but I appreciate everyone that support and watched at home, and I really wanted to do it for them because I wanted to bring the belts back home, and I really wanted to challenge for the undisputed two of Britain's best. But we moved on to the list.
Do you, last time when you lost to Oleksandr...
One question at a time, because I'm forgetting the second one. No, I mean like, you're asking me two questions at once.
The respect thing.
So, for Oleksandr Usyk?
No, respect. Do you feel you earned it back tonight? That everyone should be giving you?
No, well, from who? Who am I trying to earn respect from?
Your public.
It's not my business what they do. I can't. I don't really. Do you know what people should respect me for? When I meet them and how I greet them, shake hands, yes please, no thank you. As I say, don't respect me just because of the fight and the belts, because that isn't what makes a man or a woman. I think it's your character and like how you treat people. So that's how I want to earn the respect. And I've always tried to kind of keep my feet on the ground. I make mistakes. Sometimes I do things from the heart without thinking, but other than that, I hope people can respect me for the man I'm trying to become.
And the final thing, obviously you're incredibly disappointed in this moment, but how is that hunger still burning inside you?
I'm a fighter for life. The hunger never dies. Fighter for life.
Thank you, Anthony.
Respect.
We've got one more here from Antoine Allen.
This is a question to Eddie, because I know Anthony would be too humble to ask this. When you speak to other boxers, they speak about how Anthony literally existing in the sport has enabled them to buy houses, has enabled them to have the experience of being in a stadium like this and all around Britain. As someone who knows the business of Anthony Joshua's career, how has he impacted others in the sport and enabled them to have dream nights?
We, from so many different layers, from grassroots for young children getting into the sport because of Anthony Joshua, from the Great British boxing team, the Olympic setup, the funding that's gone into the next generations through his Olympic gold medal, from the commercial value that he's brought to the sport. We wouldn't be here today. None of us would be in this room without Anthony Joshua. I promise you, I wouldn't be, our business wouldn't be, my life wouldn't be what it was without Anthony Joshua. No boxers would be earning the kind of money in the UK if it wasn't for Anthony Joshua. He has taken the sport in terms of popularity, in terms of attraction from broadcasters, sponsors, to another level. And you're right, he's far too humble to say it. You've seen a lot of fighters and a lot of people from the industry come out with those kind of comments this week, which is nice to see. And he would never shout that from the rooftop, and if I said that to him, he'd laugh. But that is the complete reality. We weren't in stadiums, every other fight before Anthony Joshua come along. We weren't Brits going around the world, in Madison Square Garden, in Riyadh, in Jeddah. It's been unbelievable. But the legacy should last well beyond, you know, and Gareth said the question, do you feel like the public respect you? You know, if the public don't respect him for what he's done, you might as well just give up. You can't keep people happy all the time. If you can be a good individual like he is, if you can set a good example, then that's all you can do. And honestly, the sport globally wouldn't be where it was without AJ, but the sport in Britain would not be where it is today, and the fighters are benefited because of the growth that AJ has injected into the sport.
And the question to you, AJ, to answer my question before, I'm sure everybody's proud of you, and there's lots of people at home who are proud of you as well. You spoke about being that boy from Watford who was on a completely different path, and you've inspired so many people. So if you were to give a word of advice to anyone who's looking to change their life right now, what would it be?
Change their life right now. Hard question to answer. Well, I'd say, I don't know. Anyone that wants to change their life, I don't know. Do what you want in it. It's your choice. Live your life how you think is best, and you'll like deal with the consequences of your decisions. But if you do manage to do well, always try and give back, because just don't take. Also give back when you can. I don't know what I tell someone. I probably tell them don't get into boxing. It's hard, very difficult, very difficult. But I don't know what I tell them. Just good luck with your life and just try and do well. And if you can do well, just make sure that you put your hand back to try and help bring people with you. Do you know what I mean? That's what I tell someone. If you bust out the hood, make sure you bring the man them and your family with you. You know what I'm saying? That's it really.
Josh, you